pass to Evans. Free throw line jump shot. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Evans has got his first 2 points of the night.
And his team go for the title here. He is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
The Badgers making a switch here. And the Badgers with possession here, trailing by 5. Hawkins kicks to Hill. Wade on the wing. It's back to Hill. Here's the screen. And it's Wade penetrating. Right side Gibson. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1.
You know, Wisconsin has not historically had a lot of players in the NBA. That number, however, could be growing in the next few seasons. I mean, they have a few, but for the most part, their winning has come through solid team play.
Wallace in at point guard. And it's Frazier in at the 5 down low. And for the Badgers, we've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. And it's Gibson in at the 4-man position.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
And for Kansas, Wallace is in at the point, and it's Dedmon in at the power forward. Here's Wade following the basket by Freak. Wade dishes to Hill. Wade a screen on Wallace. The shot no good. Greg, I think you were talking about this just a moment ago. We'll be seeing more and more Badgers in the NBA with their recent success. Frank Kaminsky being the most recent NBA product.
And Kaminsky isn't alone. Sam Decker on that squad will be coming in. How about John Moore and Greg Stielsma and Devin? Harris are all fellow Wisconsin alums. You look at the list and you see a lot of guys who know how to do the little things for a team.
Now Hill gives in the screen. Off the screen. That's into the Jayhawks lead is cut back down to 5 points in the make from Hill.
And he came off that screen and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark.
And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
And Wisconsin, looking at who they've got. They've got Decker. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the 4.
And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
Jayhawks leading by 4.
And guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And, you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing a player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
There's a good screen. Hill against Duncan. Hill kicks to Hawkins. Here's Decker. No good with the triple. Duncan right side. Puts it up from 12. Again, Wallace missing. Wisconsin trails by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here's Decker. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Decker's got 7 points in the game. Hawkins against Wallace. Kicks it to Oubre. Back to Wallace. Beyond the arc. Wallace with another miss. Here is Hawkins. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Decker. Can't get it to go. And Kansas the other way now. And out of bounds as the Badgers gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys.
And the Jayhawks with possession.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Wallace, he's in a shooting guard, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Terry. Oubre kicks to Wallace. Three-pointer. Again, Wallace missing.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Lee passes to Wallace. And that one is hammered home.
Now that's incredible. A huge bucket in the most emphatic way possible. Now that is not supposed to happen.
Desire on steroids right there, giving away a ton of height and still takes it straight at him for the slam. And at the most critical time of the ball game, too. Wow.
Duncan, he's checked in for the Jayhawks. The Badgers making a switch here. There's 1:17 left here in the second half. Evans kicks to Hill. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Jayhawks leading by 4. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Here is Hawkins. And here's Evans. Here's the screen. Pass to Hill. Back to Evans. Shot from the wing. Rebound by Wallace.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And out of bounds as the Badgers gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And the Badgers with possession here. Trailing by 4. Hawkins kicks to Evans.
That's the wall.
Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the strike, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making it.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That was a critical trip to the strike. They have a 2-possession lead now.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
.15 seconds left to play here in the second half. Kaminsky will not go. This is off the front iron. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he makes the first of the 1-and-1. 2 shots. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Hill passes to Hawkins. Laces one from 3.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And so the Jayhawks take the win. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure, Greg, they've been under. This is pure elation. Being able to call themselves now champions.
And Kevin, from the players, the rest of the students watching, I mean, this is something that can never be taken from them. They will always have this moment in history to reflect upon.
And it's such a punishing path to this moment. I mean, you look back on all the close calls along the way as the field gets whittled down round by round. They survived quite the gauntlet to get to this moment.
Indeed, a very special moment. And that's going to do it for us. I'm Kevin Harlan. It was a pleasure to be with you all season long.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there? Hey.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the 5th pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja. With the 6th pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select the 19-year-old point guard from the University of Kansas.
Let's do this, young man.
We met.
All right. You all know why we're
Here we go. My first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the heart.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Battle in the Western Conference, the Sacramento crowd. Here we get a glimpse coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Wallace.
Yeah, and whether he has friends and family in the crowd tonight or watching at home, I know a lot of people are proud of this young man. He's worked so hard to achieve this goal.
Yeah, and the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight and not just this season, but for years. To come.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Pierce out there with Griffin. And it's Aldrich in at the 5.
move the ball. Stick it to mine.
Wallace kicks to Caspi. Wallace against Paul. Wallace attacking. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Sacramento didn't have a free-flowing offense, and they wanted to get up and down, and it showed in their play transitioning from stagnant to free-flowing.
Paul with the bucket.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner. Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Crawford's shot is good.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
String music scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Usually you talk about how tough a player is, and you're always talking about big guys. But Chris Paul is as tough as they come playing that little point guard position.
Yeah, he's a power pack when you look at him. I mean, he's played through a lot of injuries and still has a big-time impact on the game. Most recently in the playoffs, he played through injury to beat the Spurs.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. Koufos kicks to Wallace. Stolen by Pierce. And stolen by Koufos. Wallace with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. The fader. Again, Wallace missing.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much.